Yeah. So, Sanjana is here. Welcome, Sanjana, and welcome everyone who have joined today for this conversation around career with global nonprofits. Uh, look forward for a great conversation. Sanjana, over to you. You're on mute, Sanjana.
Hi. Hi, everyone. I hope I'm audible to every one of you. Just before we go ahead, there is a pop up within your screen which says the meeting is being recorded. You can just push OK to it. And yeah. Secondly, one thing which I would request every one of you over here is it would be really great if you open your videos. I can read few names which are from the last session as well, but opening a video would be more interactive. I'll be able to see your face as well. So that would also thank you so much, Shamji, for opening your video. Others also, if you're comfortable, please open your video because it will give us a chance for interaction and other like and conversation as well. Before I go ahead and share a presentation which I have, I would like to understand few of you, which is like um, one thing which you can just write over the chat box is where are you joining from? Just the name of the city and how many jobs, international jobs you have applied in the past 1 year. I can give an example. Say Sanjana. Um, okay. I'm joining from Dehradun. I have applied 6 jobs. Okay. Okay. Ranjana ji is from Delhi, only one job. And then Akram says, not applied yet. Yes, this session will be recorded. Thank you, Sheetal, for opening your video. Um, I'm from Hyderabad, yet to start applying for international jobs. Sure. From Guwahati, not applied so far. We will take 2 minutes and read everyone, um, where are they joining from and have they applied for the jobs or not. Achal is saying she's from Ghaziabad, but she has applied for 2 jobs and one fellowship. Lakshmi from Mysore. Junaid from Delhi. Sham has applied for 10 jobs. Yeah, I can understand it's a very tiring process. It requires a lot of patience and strength. So, yeah, 10 jobs. Kudos to you. Okay, maybe because people are typing in, we have a mix of Mahala, Ruchi, Sheetal, Saurabji, and others. Everyone, I would just like to say because we have a mix of people who some of us are still to apply for the job. Some of us have already applied for more than 10 jobs or more than 5 jobs. So, how the session will look like is um, okay, yeah. Okay, Saurabh is saying haven't applied because my English is weak. Okay, we will also touch base upon this, like language and other stuff, which is very important. But if you have skills, non-profits, international non-profits do hire you. So we will touch base upon that as well. So don't worry about it. I'm just going to share my screen and okay, Mahala and Ruchi. Are you able to see my screen?
जी मैम जी यस
दिखाई दे रहा है ना? वेरी गुड। आप लोग ना म्यूट मतलब अनम्यूट करके बता दीजिए अगर आवाज नहीं
श्योर
आ रही
श्योर
है और सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है तो। ओके, sure. So every one of us, like we are a team of a we ourselves are non-profit organization, Ground Zero. So I have my team members also, team member Ruchi also here, Mahala, and I also work for the organization. So yeah, if you can just say hi over here in the phone, that would be great. Yeah. Okay. So today we'll be talking more about how to find jobs in the non-profit organization. What are the different job boards that are available? job boards, which are international job boards, right? Which are these job boards? How do you leverage organization websites on your own? Because there are non-profit organizations who open vacancies on their websites. What is most important when you apply for jobs globally is networking with the professionals. And how do you do it? That is what we'll be talking about. How do you harness your social media? Social media over here is LinkedIn, because that is where you get to connect it with the organization members from outside. So how do you do that? Volunteering or interning, which might also lead to a global job in the future. Then utilizing journal job boards, exploring fellowship programs, consulting recruitment agencies. And then maybe if you have some questions, we can take those as well. um, I'll just take a pause over here. If you could unmute yourself or type in the chat box, is there anything which is missed from here and you would like me to cover? Or you are okay? If you're okay with it, just give me a thumbs up that you're okay with it. Okay, Sheetal says she's okay with it. Ranjana ji says she's also okay with it. Most of the thumbs ups are here. I'll again wait for like 2-3 minutes. Not 2-3 minutes, say 1 minute. Sheetal, can you confirm? Are you able to see my screen? Screen दिख रही है?
Uh, Not yet. Not yet, Sanjana. अभी तो नहीं।
Okay. View tab. अब are you able to see now?
विजुअल है मैम, हम लोगों को दिख रही है।
Okay, ठीक है, आप लोगों को दिख
मुझे
रही
तो
है
नहीं
ना?
दिख रही।
ठीक है.
यस मैम।
Thank you so much, Saurabh, for confirming this. Ruchi is also saying she is able to see that. Okay. Can you confirm in the chat box? आपने ये देख लिया है? This is something I'm going to cover, and my session will be English and Hindi mix because we have people from both the languages. So these are the things I'm going to cover in another half an hour. Do you think something is missing and I should cover that, or we are good to go? If good to go, please give me thumbs up. Um, if you want something, please write that in the chat box as well. Mahala, go ahead. You have a
Sanjana, I can't see the screen.
hand up.
If you can
Yeah,
just stop
same.
and reshare this presentation.
I'll reshare the screen again.
I was trying to figure out that why I can see.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
now
Now I
it's visible.
Okay, so yeah, it was a confusion because half people were able to see it. I hope everyone is able to see now. So this is what I'm going to cover. Do you have anything which you want me to cover other than these things as well? I think we are good to go. Okay. Okay, let's go one by one, and feel free to stop me where you feel um, you need to ask more questions, right? Because you will also be actually noting it down few things. I would request you not to note it down. If possible, we'll be sharing this slide with you. So, and I'll be taking you through different websites which I'm talking about. How to do it also is something we'll do together. So focus on the screen. That would be helpful. Before going ahead about Ground Zero, we are a non-profit organization who support end-to-end hiring for non-profits in India and South Asia region. So and we do nurturing of the talent, and we also run few leadership programs in collaborations with the universities. Let's go towards our session. First thing which we are talking about today is use of specialized job boards. One of the specialized job board for the international non-profit organizations where to apply for job is Idealist. It's a very popular platform specifically for social impact jobs globally. Then we have Davex, which focuses on international development and humanitarian job. Relief Web, it's also one of the job portal which is managed by UN. This site specifically offers job listing in humanitarian and international development. Then we have globaljobs.org, where different non-profit organizations post their opportunities. There are think tanks who also do the same. UN Job Finder, if you're aspiring to work for UN or other international organization, this is a site for you. Then we have Bond, which offers job in international development, particularly in the UK. Um, let's do one thing, okay? How many of you have used these websites, any one of these websites? If you can say yes. Any of these websites, if you have used? Okay, not yet, not yet. Ikram says Devex. Okay, okay, okay. So let's go. Let's take one. There is one more, um, which is impactsource.ai. I'll be taking you through also. That will come in the other slides, in the coming slides, which is also a very popular international jobs site, which is run by an influencer, Nick Martin. You will be also hearing an interview which is coming next week, from Ground Zero in collaboration with him, to know more about global jobs, etc. So I'll be taking you there as well. So right now, one thing which I'm going to do is, most of you are saying you have not used any of these websites. So I'm taking one website and I'm telling you how to use it. First thing is that, and how to find out jobs specifically. So first website is Idealist. You just have to type Idealist in the Google. It will show you the first.
कनेक्टिविटी हो गया.
एक मिनट दीजिए, वो थोड़ा सा. सो okay, the site is unreachable. Let me try another site from the same job, like listings. Okay, relief web. Okay.
Is there any connectivity issue at Sanjana's end? Just checking.
I'm really sorry, my site is bouncing actually. आप लोग मुझे देख पा रहे हैं? या
Yes, ma'am.
या साइट इज,
Yes.
एक मिनट दीजिए आप, मैं एक बार आइडियलिस्ट खोल के दोबारा चेक कर रही हूँ. हम्म, Okay. Ruchi, can you help me with this? Can you share your screen once? And can
Yes.
you type Idealist in the URL?
Let me do it.
रुको.
Sanjana, direct me. Okay. Ruchi.
Yeah. Mala, just go to yeah. Ruchi, don't do anything. Just go to Idealist. Go find a job. Here I'm teaching you how to find a job whenever you apply in a any apply for any non-profit international non-profit job.
Ruchi, let me share.
Type Idealist. Jobs. तो
सर स्क्रीन लेआउट चेंज करना रहेगा सर.
स्क्रीन तो सही है.
सही आ रहा है, लेआउट चेंज करना रहेगा सर. फुल स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रहा है.
Actually, they want in full screen.
He might be on.
या यू माइट बी ऑन फोन. आप ये हमें दिख रहा है सबको, है ना? आप रिकॉर्डिंग में देखिएगा. जब आप आइडलिस्ट पर, आई एम टेकिंग एन एग्जांपल ऑफ वन वेबसाइट. जब आप आइडलिस्ट में चेक कर रहे हैं, राइट, यू हैव टू टाइप आइडलिस्ट, यू हैव टू गो एंड फाइंड अ जॉब. माला, गो एंड फाइंड अ जॉब, क्लिक जॉब्स, and for example here, go down, yeah, go down, open this finance grant associate. Okay, let's go one by one. You have to just type a keyboard over there. I wanted to apply. I'm a finance person who works for a domestic non-profit organization. Right now I want to work for an international non-profit organization. First thing, which is like, I have written a keyboard which is finance grant compliance audit, etc. Yeah, just write finance everywhere. Yeah, I'm searching for it everywhere. So it is showing me 1211 matches, which is like finance ka bhi hai, finance manager bhi hai, all types of finance job. What I decided was, one thing which I would like to see here is, here TSS, the first company, says hybrid. It says it is hybrid job, right? It says it is hybrid job, and but you should be based out of where? New York. What does that mean? Can someone tell me that what does that mean, hybrid New York? If you see Moria, it says on-site Huntsville, AL. So can anyone unmute yourself and tell me what exactly do you mean by this?
The person should
Hybrid.
have,
Go ahead. Go
okay,
ahead. Yes, Ranjana,
the
go ahead.
person should have the permit, work permit for that location. He should be a resident or residence of the location, and as well as should have the work permit to
Yes,
work in
that
that
is what,
location.
yes, that is what it means. It says the person should have at least work permit to work in this location. We will go with remote as well. Okay, let's think about remote also later on. Mala, wait. Let's go through. Yeah, open TSS. It says you should have a work permit. So one of the most important thing to see over here is job type. What is that? That is full time. That means it's a full time job, right? And Mala, can you open TSS? First one. Just be there for a while. Go down, slide down. We are reading details. We are reading details. Yeah.
Here or down?
On the top is the detail. We are just going through the details right now. Yeah, details. Yeah. Job type is full type. Um, full time, but one thing to consider, it is a temporary job. It is written over there. What is the minimum requirement? That is 2 years of requirement. Experience level is mid level, and compensation is hourly based. So you have to also calculate your day wise. If it is 8 hours a day, how much will are you going to get paid upon it, right? And they have given you a description also. The client is looking for a finance operation only for a 2 to 3 temporary assignment, and the person should be available for 2 days a week in person in the location of that place. That is what it is. So these are the kinds of job also you will look at. So stop wasting time and applying for it. Mala, now can you type in everywhere remote?
Yes, done.
Yeah. If you go to remote, so there are two options now. Just be here, Mahala. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. Yeah. What do you see now? Let's compare two jobs: finance specialist, full time, anywhere, remote. Another one is finance and operations manager, remote, United States. Can anyone tell me now what is the basic difference between both? Lakshmi, Pranav, Pragya. If you could tell me what is the basic difference between the top two roles which are listed over here.
Can I attempt?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, the only difference between these two jobs is like both are remote opportunities, but for the second one, you have to be there in the US.
Yeah,
The first one you can do it from like across the world.
yeah. So what does that mean? You should have a work permit for US. You can be based out remotely, but you will have to be within United States. That is what it means. This is a basic difference. So whenever you apply for remote jobs, see these basic differences. Otherwise, you are not going to, even if you apply for the second job, if you don't have a work permit, you are not going to hear back from them. Mala, can you open the first one, financial specialist? Is this clear to everyone? How do you see the basic difference? Can you just give me a thumbs up so that we can go to the next thing? Okay, most of you are saying the basic difference is clear. Okay, so remote work and must be performed. So this is the basic thing which people usually should look at. It says remote work should be performed anywhere in the world. I am emphasizing on this because this says anywhere in the world. That means it's a remote job. Even Indians can apply, Africans can apply, people sitting anywhere in the world can apply, right? But sometime, even if it is remote and anywhere is written, if you open it, there is a possibility it says remote, but you should have a work permit for this location, because we won't be able to pass on the salary to you if you are from a different country. So basic thing, basic hygiene check, please read about these things as a whole. Mala, can you go down? The details are very clear over here. Start. One basic thing over here again is the application deadline. Any non-profit organization globally you apply with, if it is an international non-profit organization, they very much stick to their deadlines. if it is said if it is said that the deadline is 15th October 2024, and this is their time, right? You have to check what 15th October. For India is 1.5 hours ahead of some country. So for example, Philippines, it's 4.5 hours ahead of, like, back of some other country, right? So make sure whenever you see the deadline, see the name of the organization, where is the organization based out of, and follow their time zone. So if the organization is based out of, say, America over here, this impact ops is based out of America, follow American time zone. Don't sit with the Indian time zone. Otherwise, if you apply with respect to, it says USA, right? So please go ahead and see the time zone, only then apply. If you say are applying with respect to Indian time zone, it might be possible that the time has already gone. So 15th October 2024 is USA's 15th October 2024 in their time zone. And they're very strict. If you apply after the deadline, even if your application is great, they are not going to consider you. And the process is very stringent. So don't apply on the last day. Yeah, please focus on this. Then the salary is already written over there. There may be flexibility in salary for exceptional candidate within significant experience. It says range starts from this. That does not mean they will pay you with, if the non-profit international non-profit organization have listed, but that their salary range is in between $60,000 to $75,000. That means they will pay you 60,000, but that does not mean that they will pay you 75,000 or they are going to pay you more than that. And it also does not mean that they will directly pay you 75,000. So don't negotiate in a front where they are not going to consider your candidature on the later stages. Mala, can we go down? Let's go to the descriptions now. If you see this description, there is a summary of the organization, and they're also saying they fully work in a remote work model with team members based in Europe, UK, Canada, and their clients are Europe and US. Make sure when you apply for the job, be prepared that you will have to work on the clients or the partners time zone as well, because most of their clients are in Europe and US. Yes, so there might be time when you will have to work on their time zone. So whenever you're applying for it, be fully prepared for it. Don't be like, okay, you're applying for a remote job, you will work for an international non-profit organization, but you're not okay with the time zone. They'll be accommodative, but make most of the, like, because I have worked with international non-profit organization, most of the meetings happens after hours for us. Like for example, on my dinner timing, I worked with an organization who is based out of US. My usually team meeting used to happen in between 11 to 1 in the night. So you should be mentally also very strong with respect to that. Can we go down to the benefits before we read more about the job? So they are also talking to you about the salary range is this, but there is a flexibility for candidates. Mental health is very important for any international non-profit organization. They'll give you monthly, like they will give you annually or monthly health allowance as well. There will be vacation as well. There will be pension and income protection. But even if the income and protection thing is written over here, different countries have different kind of, say, India has different pension schemes, right? US have different pension schemes. Canada has different pension schemes. So their um, pension schemes won't be eligible or work out in the country you belong to. So that won't be eligible to you. So even if they have listed out here, so there is something that won't work out for you. So this is something you should be comfortable about, because their financial compliances are very different from ours. Global team retreats, one of the bonuses or perks or brownie points which you will get is, you will be you there will be in person staff retreat which might happen anywhere in the world. So make sure you are prepared for it, you are ready to travel. There are people who don't even want to travel. Remote does not mean that you won't be traveling. There will be client visits, partner visits. Also, you should be ready with the other, like, other travel plans, etc. Can we go back to the read more about the job? The benefits are huge, but at the same time, you will also have a toll on your lifestyle once you are, because your time zone and other time zone won't match. Go up, Mahala. Go to the description, or let's go to the website. Anything is okay. Yeah. Say go to the website. So once you see in any job portal, say for example, Idealist, right? You might have already applied, like you might have already seen different job portals which I listed down. One of the example is Idealist. So there will be something on the down which says apply for this job or go to the website and apply. Make sure sometime you actually go to the website and apply, because that becomes more authentic. This is something which they will be following. Submit the application form, Attend an initial application screen, one or two work tests. Be prepared, there will be work test as well, interpersonal skill test plus tech skills sets test, which they want all their employees to employees to work on. There will be a remote interview. There will be a 1 day trial remote to allow you and see whether it is working for both the parties or not, and then there will be a employment offer. One of the most important thing for you is reference. I see most of the candidature gets disqualified or rejected because of the references. It does not work the way we work over here in India. um, I see people just sharing the email, because I do lots of reference check over here also in my role. um, we don't share references. Like, I have seen where the references the person has given like, for example, I trust Mahala. I want him to be one of my referee. I have given his name and email ID. Once the appointment team or the organizations team reaches out to Mahala doesn't give me a good reference, or Mahala is not picking up call or not responding back on the email. So make sure you have at least, for international non-profits, when you apply, before you apply, you have four referees who are able, who will be giving you the positive reference. Even if one reference check is wrong, you are rejected. They don't entertain that. So that is most authenticity. Credibility is the most important thing any organization internationally look out for. um, don't give your colleagues or your personal relationships email ID, even if they are working with you, because it's not authenticated. Give the references of people whom you have worked under, you were reporting to. So those are the most important things to take care of before you even think about applying for international job. Make sure you have four good relationships who are going to vouch for you when you apply for when you come to this stage. Receive an employment offer. So in every global non-profit organization, there is an application process that would be listed out. So that is something they are very great at, and they actually follow it as well. So make sure you have everything in place. Can we go to the website now? In any job you're applying for, go through their website, see whether they have that job listed in the website or not. Go to the website, Mahala. Yes. So once Mahala, like, any one of you would have clicked on to go to the website, there is a form which needs to be filled. It won't be 15 or 30 minutes. It is saying there are few answers which you will have to fill. What's your name? What's your last name? What is your email ID? Make sure you give your certain email ID correct. A very important thing over here is LinkedIn profile. Any nonprofit internationally who is hiring for you, they would like to see your LinkedIn profile. So make sure you have a social capital well kept in place, because that is something they actually judge you on. LinkedIn को थोड़ा सा improve करिएगा, improve on your LinkedIn skills, etc. Then there will be 4 or 5 questions. For example, would you like to comment on anything which you want to share, but why are you interested to work? This is something they really want to see when you're applying for international nonprofits. And why will you be good fit for the role? That is something they will actually look into, saying what exactly is the thing which you are looking at. So you will have to answer those questions specifically within the word limit. So strategize it. I'll show you a few answers which I have also listed down while I was applying for the job. There are few things which are most important for them. For example, here is one question which says, give their best, don't spend calcul. I'm not familiar with the concepts of EA. I have spent, how many hours do I have spent with respect to their compliances, etc. Anything else you would like to know? Please don't say not at this time or something. Do ask something. Do write about something over here, so that they feel that you're actually interested in the role. Then submit it. So this is a very basic structure which any nonprofit would look like. But agencies like UN, agencies like Humanitarian OpenStreetMap Team or Start Network, etc., they have detailed essay writing as well, where they are also trying to actually see the kind of skills you bring onto the table. So be prepared with those answers on the first. For example, why do you want to work for the job is one thing, but why do you feel you are perfect for the job? This is something they actually like look at when you apply for the job. um, any questions with respect to it till now? Do you have any questions?
मैम स्क्रीन सही नहीं दिख पा रहा है तो अभी हम इस सब चीजों को पूरा फुली विजुअल नहीं कर पा रहे हैं मैम।
श्याम, आप शायद फोन से कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं, राइट?
यस यस राइट राइट।
हाँ, तो वो लैपटॉप से आपको, आप जब दोबारा रिकॉर्डिंग
अच्छा
देखेंगे
मैं
तो
मैं जो रिकॉर्डिंग आएगा उसको देख के एक बार फिर से रिव्यू कर लूंगा। ओके
श्योर।
थैंक यू।
ठीक है, दैट इज वन थिंग। ओके, ठीक है, एनी क्वेश्चंस, एनी क्वेश्चंस? आई वुड रियली लाइक टू टेक योर क्वेश्चंस. We spoke about three things over here. Sheetal, go ahead. Mahala, we will take impact source also in detail, one more side. Let's hear Sheetal's question first. Go ahead, Sheetal.
Thank you, Sanjana. I just wanted to know if, like, in the application process, they also ask for TOEFL or IELTS score, like just to check the
No,
English. Is it so?
no, they don't ask. No non-profit international organization will ask for that. I am telling you why. Um, because I have not seen. I have applied. I have worked for international non-profit organization. I myself have applied for more than 40, 50 organizations. I have not seen anyone asking for it. Until and unless you go there, TOEFL usually is for studies or visa. है ना? Visa अगर चाहिए हो तो that is where they have that. Any more questions? Can I say every one of you know now how to find a right job? Sheetal, can we do one for you? What is your profile?
Yeah, sure. So, like profile as in what, like what I'm doing right now, right?
Yeah. If you're looking for apply for non-profit organizations globally, what role are you aiming to apply on?
Yeah, sure. So currently I have like 2 years of experience in development sector, and I'm working with youth of UP, Bihar, and Haryana. When it comes to exploring global jobs, I was like I'm more interested in working at UN, and I'm looking for the roles where I can involve in different segments like gender or working with youth or for children and women. So that is something which is like my priority.
Okay. ठीक है. Mahala, can you share the screen? We won't be saying anything now. Sanjana, Mahala, Ruchi, or anyone won't be saying anything. Sheetal will guide us how to find out a job now, because I think every one of us understand it, right? एक बार करके देखते हैं, है ना माला? Let's start with Impact Source. So Impact Source is an organization that is started by Nick Martin, and he also shares a lots of job opportunities globally on LinkedIn. And Nick has been doing amazing work with respect to sharing opportunities to the global candidates across. Um, this is something they are building upon. You'll also be hearing, as I said, there is an interview which is coming up with Nick, and Nick, which we interviewed, how to find out a job, etc. Next week, Tuesday is what it is coming live on. Do watch that; you will have more insights from that. But Sheetal, navigate us. How do we find job?
Okay. So in roles we will type, I think manager, consultant, program manager also.
What kind of manager, Sheetal? बहुत सारे managers listed होंगे.
Okay. So I think program manager हो सकता है, and then
Mahala ने अभी consultant लिख दिया. Mahala, can you just stop writing the
consultant.
skills? Consultant is okay. Go to skills. and just delete that. Let Sheetal tell what skills does she think.
Oh, okay. So in skills, I think we can write communication skills, documentation, budgeting भी आएगा वैसे तो.
ठीक है, okay.
I can also see community outreach. So that is also a
शीतल,
skill which is needed.
दो तीन स्किल्स की बात करते हैं ना, कम्युनिटी आउटरीच नहीं है ओके. माला ने लिख दिया. माला,
हाँ जी.
शीतल ने कम्युनिकेशन इज आल्सो समथिंग शी सेड. ओके.
Yeah.
Project management, for example, capacity building. Gender is something she told. Let's
Yes.
just write gender. Yeah.
Actually, I'm not
नहीं है.
able to see the screen completely. But yeah, these three skills which I feel are important. Okay.
ठीक है. Go to location now. Where are you looking job set? Is it remote? Is it United States? Is it Europe?
Okay. So if I have, so can I mention three locations for that? तीन देख
We will
सकते हैं?
try. We will try together. हाँ बोलो.
Okay. So US remote and we can try for Europe as well. तीन जगह डाल सकते हैं.
रिमोट का ऑप्शन नीचे है माला. रिमोट जॉब्स ओनली लिखा हुआ है ना. यूरोप लिख दो ऊपर. यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ही रहने दो या भले यूरोप भी डाल दो. अकॉर्डिंग टू शीतल. या मेक सेंस. ठीक है. सेक्टर लिख दो. इतना ज्यादा मतलब फिल्टरिंग जितना करेंगे उतना अच्छा है. एज मच एज फिल्टर वी डू, very important for us. But yeah, Sheetal, you have humanitarian, you have NGO, you have global development. Which organizations?
Okay. So NGO and
ठीक है.
then humanitarian.
ठीक है, परफेक्ट. सैलरी रेंज रहने दो माला अभी, एंड जस्ट से रिमोट नीचे. ठीक है. नो जॉब्स फाउंड. ओके.
We are doing this on this site, like it is on Idealist.
No, it's on impactsource.ai.
Impact
Another
source.
one.
Okay.
Yes. Go to ये देखिए नीचे आ गया ना माला. Yeah, माला, it's done down. So see, you will have listed organizations over here. Say for example, World Resource Institute is hiring someone with the similar skills. Then we have Path, who is hiring consultant, senior public health specialist. Because gender मतलब बहुत सारी नीचे देखिए, consultant planning and finance management, right? So इसमें आपने जो skills लिखी थी ना, उसके basis पे उन्होंने search किया. Written communication skills, strategic partner, program implementation, stakeholder engagement, outreach, etc. So based on these skills, you will have jobs which will be listed over here. You will have to click onto one. For example, Mala, just let's go to one. Path ka consultant, senior public health, or anything which you feel. Yeah. Once you see this, you will have the job description over here. And if you see, it's taking you to the Path ki website. Path's website. Already. Which is like organization's website already. And the best part about this is it says India New Delhi Country Program Office. So it is saying you will be based out of India New Delhi Country Program Office. So usually they write it over there only. For example, Africa Country Program Office. Is it understandable now? Sheetal, समझ आया थोड़ा बहुत?
Yeah, बहुत अच्छे से. Like it was important, the exercise.
ठीक है. Mahala, let's do one more in Idealist. Let's go to Idealist now. Anyone else who would like to do it? You can just raise your hand. It's okay. It is okay. Like we are doing this because so that you understand how to apply for it. Okay, if we don't like if we don't receive anyone thumbs up or something, we'll be skipping this and going to the next part. Any one of you want to test it or want to do it? You can just type yes on the chat box or say raise your hand. Anyone other than Sheetal? Swati, Lakshmi, do you want to try this out? I think we should proceed to the next part. Okay. Okay, makes sense. So you just have to go through. Mahala, let's do one more, है ना? जल्दी से एक बार खुद से करते हैं एक बार, है ना? Rather than anyone doing it. Share the screen. Find out jobs remotely for communication. Say just communication. Say search, yeah. So all our remote jobs, all our communications job, just look at like where do you want to be based out of. If you have a work, if the work visa is allowed, because most of the organization these days don't give work visa. So make sure you apply for organizations who are providing you work visa, or it is fully remote. So think about that as well. Okay. So yeah, let's go to the next part. Do you have any, Mala, you can stop sharing the screen. Do you have any questions which you want to ask right now? Anything which you think you want to ask?
Can I ask something? I have
Go
a
ahead.
question.
Go
So
ahead.
Sanjana, I wanted to know that when we are thinking about pursuing global jobs in this sector, social sector, so is it a right way to go for IELTS and TOEFL just in case if they, they offer you opportunity outside India? Like, will it be a right strategy
Sheetal,
or no?
most of the organizations don't provide you work visa these days. Few organizations do it, but not most. You know? So without, it's good if you want to just do it for this, do it to be prepared. But I would say find out a job if the organization is actually providing you work visa and work visa requires you to give IELTS and TOEFL, then apply for it. है ना? ठीक है? Um, while searching, we can type for the organization providing work visa. Few websites do give you options, Swati, to also say whether work visa is required or not. Sam, can you please unmute? Yeah. So there are few options or filters which would also require you to do so. If in the website you have it, just type it over there. But most of the reading the job description you will be able to understand, because organizations on the down they write in a disclaimer whether it is a country office job, whether it is a job which requires any, like, which can take anyone from any organization. So look at those aspects as well. um,
Thank you.
let's go to the next set of it, because I think most of you don't are clear on this portion, which was using a specialized job board to find job. So yeah. One thing which I would also like to emphasize on is, um, Mala, my screen is visible. Can you confirm?
Yes.
Yes. One thing which I would emphasize you on is also good globe. How many of you have read or have aspired to work in these global nonprofits, which are posted on the screen?
Myself, Swati Sinha,
Yes. You have aspired. Which organization among these?
Care International.
Care International. Sheetal also says yes. Anyone else who would have aspired to work in these nonprofit, please, you can just say, raise your hand saying yes. Oh, Pranav says Oxfam, WFF, and Care. So yeah, most of us, not us, but the friends or people we work in Africa and other countries as well, their one of the aspiration is also to work in these organizations who are listed here. So I would like to emphasize over here is, these global non-profit organization they post job openings directly on their website, and they prefer people applying to their website even if the job is listed on different recruiting websites, portals, etc. But if you apply directly through their website, they would actually review your application. So go to their pages and go to the career section, and then see the job over there, and then apply from here. Mahala, please help me with one more thing. Can you go to the Save the Children International website?
Sure. Can you stop the presentation and
Yeah. You just have to do right Save the Children International, right? Go to Save the Children International, go to About Us, Work with Us. You just have to do this, nothing more than that. Stay on international site, work with us. If you go down, read about what are they looking at, etc. Read about these sections, read about what do they offer, what are their approaches, etc. Go down again. Ready to join? Yeah. Apply now. See now. On the right side of the screen, it's written worldwide. There are also sections of department as well, right? So, for example, for me, um, I belong to communications and media department. So I will actually, rather than going to worldwide and looking at all the jobs, I will just go here, um, communications and media. Mahala, can you click that? There are three opportunities which are available there. Can you read can you read these? Can someone help me with reading this other than me, Mahala, Sheetal, Ruchi, or other people who have spoken about us? Alvia, can you help us with this? What do you see over here? There are two different kinds of opportunities. Okay, Ikram, can you help with us? Because you have applied for 10 jobs, I guess.
No, I haven't applied yet.
Okay, can you help me? Then also, can you help me? What is the basic difference between both?
It's written one is unpaid part-time home-based, and the second one I think is written digital communications and information officer. The role purpose is uh, actually
There are two basic difference over here. Let me tell you. One is like one is a fixed term contract, another one is permanent, right? Fixed term contract means it is for a year, or it just for like fixed amount of time which for which the budget is allocated. It is home based. That means home based means you can work out of anywhere where Save the Children has a country office. That is what it is, right? If here there is a trick again, and hear me carefully over here. If you say home based, that also means where Save the Children can pay you, where they have a domestic office as well. So that is how it works out. Another one is full time permanent, and it's worldwide. Mala, can you just go to view and apply? Go down. Scope and other things are written over. Accountability, essentials are there. Go to essentials once. Yeah. Essentials, you will have to read this very carefully. um, Here, one of the most important thing over here is experience and understanding of the situation in Ukraine, right? So if you apply for this job, read about Save the Children's work in Ukraine, and then apply for the job. And whenever you write those answers, if you have worked indirectly with respect to uh, in alignment with the work Save the Children is doing with respect to children in Ukraine, just write about that. Otherwise, don't lie, but write something with respect to that. 2 years of professional experience in communication, multimedia, journalism, visual and digital or traditional media, or external communications work, which means 2 years is compulsory. So make sure you have at least 2 years of experience, high level of both spoken or written English or Ukrainian, which also says I, as an Indian, doesn't understand or write Ukrainian, right? So my possibility of getting this job is very less. So read about these aspects very clearly. Is it understandable? Do you understand these criticalities? You can unmute and say yes or no. That is also okay, and I can explain again.
Yes, yes, we understand.
Yeah. Um, Desirable is previous NGO experience. That means this role specifically requires you that you have worked with international non-profit NGO at least, or experience in international setting. Portfolio and implement contact list of creative contractors. That is okay. Go down, Mahala. These are the work timings, employment. Okay. So they are saying we offer, first statement, we offer employment in accordance to Ukrainian legislation, which requires you to also read about Ukrainian legislation. So before you apply for the job, just read about it whether you are permissible to work with respect to their law or not. Read about this, at least read Wikipedia of what Mahala has opened over here. Um, just read about that with respect to job opportunities. Working hours, you know what is working hours, it's written over there. And this is Ukrainian, you must have understood till now. Starting the India and Ukraine time difference, yeah. So India is 2 hours and 30 minutes ahead of Ukraine. So that means um, if your day starts here at 9 o'clock, their day starts there at 7 something. So you will have to start working from that time. And go back, Mahala, to the job.
So which means now it's 6 p.m. There is 3:30. So to start at 9, you need to start at 11:30 a.m.
Yes,
Just
yes. And this is a luck job that there is only 2.5 hours of difference, right? There will be job which will have 12 hours of difference, there will be job which will have 11 hours of difference. So if you're applying for it, make sure you have have that thing into a picture. With respect to the organizations, child safeguarding, data safeguarding is the most important thing. They will do your other than reference check, they will ask an external agency to do your criminal record check plus a reference check. They will check your bank accounts and um, other accounts which are necessary with respect to the jobs. So make sure you have everything correct in place over there as well. um, so yeah, medical insurance is the English courses paid by the organization. Anyone can apply for this job, is what we are able to understand till now. Um, this job is actually providing a visa, but you will have to understand or write Ukrainian, which is something which is a tricky thing again. But if you know that language, that's very like you can apply for this job. If you don't have an account, you will have to create an account. Mala, let's not go into that because it will be a detailed thing over there. Stop sharing the screen now. Sure. So that is how you look for opportunities within the websites of the organization, and the organization which you, me, or everyone aspires to work for. They have their own career or job portal. So make sure you go through their website, you filter out information and find out a job. One best thing I do on a regular basis is, or my friends or peers do on a regular basis is, make a list of organizations, not even organization, the jobs you want to apply for. Do not apply for 20 jobs and get frustrated. Only apply for 2 or 3 jobs and answer those questions very nicely so that other people is able to understand your work, the kind of person you are. Apply for only 2, but spend a lot of time in applying. Don't apply last minute. If tomorrow is the last day, don't start writing answers today, because it's a long process. You will have to answer not less than 5 answers which are big, which are basically there to understand your skills. Secondly, um, one is that. Second thing is also about, uh, they also require you to give your references on the first day itself. So you will have to also talk to your references that, are you able to give me the reference, because I am going to share your email ID, name and designation. Will you have time? Make sure you have all check marks in place, right? So that is what we wanted to tell you with respect to this. Just give me a minute. I am sharing the screen again. So yeah, organizations you want to work with requires you to apply from their websites, go through their website, read about the organization role, and then only apply. Um, Volunteer or intern. One thing, how many of you think volunteering can also lead to global jobs?
I think positively. I think it can do.
Okay. Um, Okay. So yeah, I can give you examples. Volunteering and fellowships are one of the easiest way to land into an international job. Let me give you an example about it. Um, Before I talk about my story or my what how I landed up in a job after volunteering or interning. Let me. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, Sanjana.
Yeah.
जी मैम जी
So, Hanji. So, uh, the person you are seeing on the screen, her name is Pragya Mishra, and this is a example. There are thousands, hundreds and thousands of examples like these. People who aspire to work in UN, this is a mantra for you and mantra for all of us. She was interning with UNDP Accelerator Lab. She was head of experimentation, but it was a volunteer role. She started with a volunteer role. She worked over there, and now she works with as an expert in World Health Organization (WHO). So if you want to land up in an organization so like UN and other places, internships or the volunteership are the easiest option to get into. There are lots of volunteer opportunities that UN publishes on a regular basis. Go with respect to that, and then go with respect to apply for those volunteer and internship opportunities, and then work with them for some time. Once you have an experience interning and volunteering in international framework, you will also get to know more people. You will also get to understand what are the differences, what are the different like skills you are gaining, speaking to them, writing to them, strategizing with them, brainstorming with them, and you will understand whether this is the kind of environment I want to be in. First thing is that. Secondly, if you are loving the work, start making those connections. You will have, for example, this the person you are seeing, she was working in UNDP Accelerator Lab, right? She was volunteering over there. She was paid a stipend to cover her basic charges, but the access she had was, she had access to UN job portal. She had access to people who are working in different roles in UN. So when you have access to UN internal job portal, you can directly apply from there, and you will be given more preference rather than people applying from outside. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you able to understand? Like, your preference will be higher than the other person applying from there outside,
Yes,
right?
definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
So these opportunities do land up in a very good jobs into the ecosystem itself, international ecosystem. That's one thing. So I, like, for example, for me, I work like, when I, Mahala knows this, Ruchi knows this, my friends know this. When I decided to work in an international ecosystem, I was working with Quest that time. I had this volunteer opportunity. It wasn't volunteer opportunity with Regenerosity. And Regenerosity also is US based. It was a new organization which came out of Buckfiller Institute, and they were experimenting and piloting at that time. So and it was in climate change. For me also, I was never a climate change specialist. I never imagined to work in climate space. One thing which I want knew was, um, I want to work in international framework. Second was, I want to see how it pans out for me, and I wanted to learn about climate change. So I was like, okay, I'll volunteer. And that is how I started volunteering with them. Almost, I volunteered with them for almost 7 to 8 months. After that, they converted my position to um, India. Like, I was taking care of their peer learning circles and cohorts for India and African regions. So that is how it worked out. So 6 months I used to work after my office hours. I used to volunteer with them. It it's not that they will ask you to volunteer 4 days or 5 days. They'll say, okay, you will have to give us 16 hours in a week. So make sure you have those 16 hours. You are doing those regular check-ins and calls. Whatever work they are giving you, just finish that off so that you also have a repo building with your peers within the ecosystem, and they are able to provide you job. I remember my reporting manager telling me, Sanjana, we really want to pay you for your role. We don't have money, but one day we will pay you. So build those kind of relationships so that they also become your references when you apply for other international jobs, because everyone in the ecosystem knows at least the names. I actually asked one of my references to write my like give me the recommendation for another job, so that will also help you over there. That's so only thing which I wanted to tell you was, yes, internships and volunteership lead up to our global roles as well. So have those newsletters or LinkedIn post and emails which provide you opportunity volunteership opportunities, and these are paid as well. So you might be able to gain knowledge as well as money. Um, then let's go to the next one. Um, Before I talk about fellowship, how many of you have heard that after fellowship someone have got a job in the global non-profit organization? Can you tell me, can you give me a thumbs up, or can you just tell me if you know someone?
Yes, I know.
Can you share that? If, yeah,
Yeah. Sorry, my voice is very bad today.
that is
I'm not.
okay, my.
Yeah, but I will definitely share. I know one person working in Delhi right now. Her name is Vinita Sinha, and she got a fellowship at, I don't remember the name.
It's okay.
I think it was Ford's Fellowship. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Ford's Fellowship, and she participated in that. She was selected for that fellowship, and after that, she got a very recommendable job in UN.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll give you one more example over here. I know a girl. She was also one of my ex colleagues. I won't name her over here, but she applied for Atlas Corps fellowship, and she worked over there for a year. After that, uh, she like they paid you stipends, but she was able to manage and build up relationship with the other non-profit organizations. And after her fellowship ended, she joined another organization, and from last 4 to 5 years she is working with different non-profit organizations in different countries outside India. So yes, there are different fellowships, like Atlas Corps is there, Ecoing Green is there, Acumen fellowship is there. Once you w- go out as a fellow, you, one thing is you have a work visa. More than that, work visa is not an issue. You leave work visa for a while, but you will have that thing in your resume that you have worked or have been a fellow with an organization, with an organization for a year, so they know you are credible enough that you will be able to survive in the international non-profit ecosystem. You have values, you have those skills, and you will be able to manage. So that certification comes into your resume, and it's like that is something that will bring your resume or candidature up in any case. So fellowships do, you can also choose fellowship as one of the options if you want to apply for like if you want to build up your career with the global non-profit organizations. this is the most important thing, which is very, very important. That is network with professionals. Networking with professionals, I would say this is something which is very, very important. If you know, if and LinkedIn is the most like I would say LinkedIn is the most easily accessible place where you can actually go and meet people, write to them that you're looking for this opportunities, ask them for a conversation. For example, I'll give you my example only. Last year, there was an amazing opportunity which was with Mala. Can you see my LinkedIn? Is it visible? Can someone confirm? Yeah. So I reached out. I applied for an opportunity which was at Start Network, one of the humanitarian organization. What I did was, after applying for the opportunity, I reached out to this HR on LinkedIn of the same organization, and I wrote to her saying, application for network member growth member position at Start Network. I said, dear Christy, this is the I hope this email finds you well. My name is Sanjana, currently working with this organization. I've been working closely with your team, Millie, Neeraj Ashraf, as well as member organization Bangladesh, Nepal, India, Pakistan. My connection with Start Network began with a meeting the amazing team at the Global Dialogue Conference. If you have met them, if not, just write about why are you writing to her? Then I wanted to express my strong interest in network membership growth manager position at Start Network. I've submitted my application. Make sure before reaching out to anyone over LinkedIn, follow the process. The process which is mentioned in the job description. If they ask you to apply, please apply. After that, only reach out. If you are directly reaching out, it is not going to work. They are not going to help you out because there is a process and systems every nonprofit globally follows. So I just told her that coming from a remote mountain region in India, Start Network mission deeply resonates with me, especially its focus on locally led humanitarian effort. With your personal stuff, connect one of the things which you really aspire for, because I'm very sure people sitting over here, most of us are not going to apply randomly for any organizations, right? So you know the organization, why do you want to apply for? Write about what you have done in the past, and then say, I'm reaching out to you personally because I don't want to miss out on the opportunity. I have attached my resume. She actually wrote back to me saying, hi Sanjana, did you apply directly to the role? Applications are now closed. I told her I actually applied from the system. I'm showing this to you. These are personal messages, but I'm showing this to you so that you understand the power of networking. Also, you understand why is it important to follow their process. When I actually wrote to them, she came back saying the applications are closed. But when I told her I did apply for the role via portal as well, she I my like I got the first round of interview, second round of interviews as well. So reach out to people on LinkedIn. That's the social capital you have. You're applying for an organization, do reach out to people on LinkedIn, which will help you out. um, there are other people also. I could show you the example, but I don't think that is going to make any difference. Make your connections well. These are going to help you out. Join LinkedIn group. There are individual groups that post jobs like these. Connect with people over there. Attend global conferences or webinar related to nonprofit. Engage with nonprofit platforms on Twitter or LinkedIn. We have shown you a few sites and example, but how do we do it? We have already spoken about it. Before we speak about most important things while applying, let me take you through one example, which is this. Is my screen visible? Are you able to see?
जी मैम जी
ठीक है. Mala, can you confirm that answers you are able to read as well, little bit?
Yes.
ठीक है. This is one of the, I'm just showing you this because every organization you will apply for apply globally, internationally, they will require you to fill out few answers. How do we write those answers is very critical and very important, because that's the screening point. You won't get an interview, you won't get to speak to them until you cross this path. So how do you write it? I'll take two. I have just taken a screenshot of two answers from my past when I used to apply for, and I can take you through it. One of the, one of the organization I applied for, it was a partnerships role. Um, and this is the same example. These are the same answers uh, for Start Network, for Christy, which who asked me to apply via portal. And this was a form which was given to me when I applied through their portal. So first question was, for example, provide two examples of when you have played a senior role in leading and managing a diverse network or coalition. In your answer, please explain how you were able to generate value for the network and its member. Can someone unmute yourself and tell me what exactly this question wants a candidate to answer, or what is this question judging us on? एक बार पढ़ो और देखो, read it once and see what is the skill that this question or the organization is judging us on with respect to this question. You can give, you can just give a try. Saurabh, Achal, Sheetal, Pranav, Swati, anyone can try.
Can I try?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. I think one of the best examples for this could be the consortium network where we are working these days. It is very much used. Like someone is working on, like for, if I speak about polio eradication program. So one organization was working on community outreach. One organization was working on vaccination. One organization was the expert for the IEC materials. One organization was the expert for something else. So different team members were working in the district or in the state itself. So how we were leading the someone who is the manager there, how he is leading taking everyone taking everyone smoothly, and how he is running the team very smoothly, having very less conflict alone. Definitely, if a team is there, how you are resolving the conflicts also. Conflicts will be there, so you can't erase that. So how you are resolving that, and how you are taken as a leader, as a manager, how your team sees you, looks at you, and how your,
Okay.
then only how you build trust with them, and then only you will be able to deliver the result you want to. Whatever program it is, you can implement that properly, or you can have better implementation. So that's my try. Thank you.
Yeah. So, yeah, but that is a mistake most of us do, right? They are not asking for the conflict. And this will come with experience. Swati ji, I'm not saying anything is a right or wrong answer, but here, three things which they want to understand from us is um, about our background in leading a team, managing a team, also our our community led initiatives, or how have we shown mobilization, etc. um, I'm saying this because, for example, here, right? Because you will already have a question which will speak about where you will have to write about conflict and dispute. Most of the organizations ask us that. For example, this question. Tell us about a time when you played a major part in resolving a professional dispute. What was the issue and how did you resolve it? Before we go into that, um, let's go with respect to this answer. How we write our answer is, first we tell, when they were asking about leadership over here, one thing which I did was I wrote about what does my leadership definition looks like my leadership style, how does that look like. That definition is what I have written over here, saying my definition of leadership is centered around creating an enabling environment where every individual is empowered to exercise their. And with this sentence, I'm also saying I work with everyone. That is how my leadership looks like. That after that is what I, in the second paragraph, which is like second line as well, I told them where did I play the senior role. Use their terminology. One of the most important thing whenever you apply for international jobs or write essays or answers of them, use their terminology. If the question is saying senior role, leadership role, just write senior role. Use their terminology so that it's more relatable. What I wrote was I played a senior role in leading a diverse network. When did I do this? That is what I wrote it. And then I said, what was the impact of it? So what did I do? What, where, how, and what was the impact? What was the scale of it? That is what I wrote there. So that is what it is. Secondly, this is the most important thing. Let me just stop this here, and let me just stop this. I am going to write it over here. The question is what I'm going to write here, and I want one of you to attempt it. What would have you written if you would have if someone would have asked you this? The question is in your chat box. Tell us in 100 words, not more than like 3-4 lines, what would you have answered this question. And anyone can attempt this, anyone can try. And these are the kind of questions they will ask you to answer. They will judge you on the skills like these. This question wants to judge you on conflict resolution skills, your team management skills, your peer management skills.
While people are responding, Sanjana, we are out of time, so we may need to close it quickly. We can
Just 5 minutes, yeah. Just Sheetal, do you want to give it a try? What would you have responded?
Yeah, sure. I was thinking like on that only. Should I type it or like
No,
just say this?
you can just say.
Okay. So I think 3 pointers that I have noted, which I would keep in my mind while answering this question is firstly is like I'll not exactly let them know what was the like dispute. I can tell that how it was impacting our work or our team, and then I can more write on that how did I took step, like I went for a informal meetings with my colleagues, and then I went, one-on-one conversations with the teammates. I'll do these things. So these three, just a pointers to which I thought in my mind, which I can use it in order to answer this question.
Yeah, you were right on the point. Whenever you answer these types of question, you have to be very diplomatic, right? So what I did was, one thing which you have missed out again was write about your thing. How do you, like, for example, first paragraph is always about telling them the kind of person you are. Here also I've written my professional relationship building is centered around understanding stakeholders' diverse need. I'm trying to tell them that I am a collaborator, I am a team worker. Write about yourself first and then talk about whatever they are asking, the issue, etc. And then like then write your answer over there. But make sure
अनम्यूट है मैम आप करना रहेगा मैम आवाज नहीं आ रही
शीतल आ
Yeah,
रही है क्या?
Sanjana, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you.
हाँ तो जस्ट राइट इन अ वे दैट यू आर राइटिंग डिप्लोमेटिकली. इसमें मैंने लिखा कि ये मैंने नहीं लिखा कि मेरे वजह से डिस्प्यूट हुआ है. मैंने लिखा दो लोगों के बीच में डिस्प्यूट था एंड The way I handled it is I took them together, talking to them about program की needs क्या है, हम कैसे एक दूसरे को support कर सकते हैं, rather than getting into their personal conflict. है ना? तो इस टाइप से आप आंसर कर सकते हो उसको. Everyone has their style and way of writing, but make sure you talk about yourself and your skills, because these are the only answers where you can actually tell your candidature कि इस टाइप का है मेरा candidature, the kind of person I am is this, right? So yeah, most important thing is building and maintaining relationships. Just don't apply for the sake of applying. Read and strategize. Fill your applications properly. Answer these questions properly. Half of the applications get screened because of these answers. Write an email to people very nicely. Talk about yourself. These are one thing again which I'll tell you is LinkedIn profile, because they judge you on your LinkedIn profile. Second thing is, which is very important again, is on make sure one resume won't work for all the jobs. Customize your resume based on the requirement of the job, so that keywords are being used as well. ठीक है? Third is cover letter for every job is essential. Cover letter is something you will have to show people. Like cover letter, most of the international non-profit organizations ask for cover letters. Like for example, this is one of the cover letter. My all cover letters I prepare, or my team or my friends or my peers who have applied for job, even domestically within India, we recommend them to customize their resumes or have customized cover letter with respect to the job requirement, which is very very important. This is the only way you can get an interview scheduled. This is customized again for one of the role. I've given my experience, I've given my skills. What skills do I have? I have told why am I interested. Cover letters are usually to tell you why are you interested for this role, what value will you bring into the role. So that is one thing. Again, one more site which I have missed out here is Bamboo HR. Bamboo HR, maybe there are different like job listings organizations have started doing it, so explore that as well. Yeah, Mahala, over to you. If anyone has any questions, happy to take that as well.
Sure, Sanjana. Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here for another 30 minutes, I think. We were supposed to do it for 60 minutes, but the conversation took little longer. We are hopeful that some of this conversation might have helped you. If you have any question, you have Sanjana on LinkedIn and all the Ground Zero communities. So you can reach out, speak, explore. If you are exploring jobs in India, we have couple of roles, and all the role that we hire are through Ground Zero jobs only. So while applying, ensure that we don't hire for all the roles, all the non-profits, we only hire for critical roles. So yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for joining.